go to DRX's pick of Split, and we are currently looking at mirrored compositions.
Yeah, and you
Okay,
you can kinda see
double
that,
Cypher
a
on
lot
this
of people
one.
are going to be leaning into the Cypher with the buffs and those kind of things. And
So John on
particularly
Cypher,
DRX, who
Tens
used
on
to,
Omen,
roll with a lot of
Zalsis on
with RB
Viper.
and those kind of things, and it depended on the map. Of course, not on this map, but in general, it seems like the Cypher is where they want to have RB.
The Omen could be kind of nice for Tens if they are starting to lean to that, which feels like they are.
Really giving it their
You
all.
can, with the Viper, you have a little bit more freedom.
And they just say, yeah, man, Sentinels are really good. We're really trying. Like, we're really throwing everything we got at them, and they're punching right back. So it is a lot here for DRX to try to overcome this new Sentinel squad with the preparation that they've been able to come with, and the
Did I watch the first map? Yes, I watched the first map.
Right there. That stare.
I can upload it in a second as well because it's nearly done.
Yeah, everyone at home currently trying to just shy away from your monitors. Don't worry, we will be getting into game soon. But love that Sentinels is also just able to have all this fun here in Seoul, South Korea, while still showing us some of the best performances we've seen.
I said it starts at 2-1. Did it start at 2-1 my recording, or did I start it
this roster
later?
moving forward? Well, without further ado, we await to see if Sentinels can get a clean 2-0 to be the first team to move on to the semifinals, or will DRX bring us to a map 3? It happens here on Split.
Doom Bros, what's up, bro? How we doing? Dude, where are you right now? You back home?
I just had one of those moments where I was like writing down like, this team starts at attack and this team starts at defense, and I just wrote attack again next to attack.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Sweden? You woke up at 1 AM? Yeah,
wow.
There's travel days to do that to you. That's for sure. Okay, Sentinels on defense, DRX on attack.
So potentially a rougher start again here for DRX after.
Time to watch the VOD? Yeah, it's up now, dude. I missed first few rounds, so that's my bad.
Look, DRX.
Not on this one though, so that's good.
With them on either side of the map.
DRX with the spike over, so what, they want to get heaven control and then go back and hit B?
So well put together right now that you've got to be a little bit
heaven control.
Yeah, an early one-way here in B garage.
But are they going to split through middle? This is what most teams try to do. So you know these kind of like Viper comps that heavy focus on taking middle? This is like the most common thing that works well against the Viper comps. Oh my god.
Looking for the flank. They're just trying to find
how has he got that first kill as clean as that?
The spike is on the other side, but it's going to be down to a 2v5. Only one upgraded.
Zalsis has been playing really good. Yeah, he's looking like maybe their best player at the moment, at least this tournament. So,
DRX are trying to wait to find a timing.
they can't get rid of him. If you're Pancada, you're watching this like, damn.
And find some early kills, because otherwise the spike is just not going down. No creds will be earned by DRX if it happens this way. RB, check inside the smoke, gets broken immediately. Mako going for some trades, but no, he can't do it. The
great util.
Trapped up. Zekin picking up a kill for himself with the pistol
great
as well.
Pistol from them, honestly.
For the here in the pistol round.
I would love to see his POV with the double right clicker.
That is not the start you wanted here, as
just right click melted.
Love to sneak that pistol out. Even though they're able to get up into A heaven there, get at least an opportunity, I would say, on that ropes play for Buzz, but he kind of whiffs it. He sees the head initially, and I could you could almost sense
that was a nice flick with him for the right click.
First, spot of the opponent.
Yeah, he looks
and then
good.
They set up for that double swing, and it just kind of makes it a little bit easier for the Sentinels. They just react incredibly well with those classics. A great situation.
3-0 in terms of pistols, yeah. It is 3-0 in terms of pistols.
Speaking of snowballing out of control.
Yeah, you send that Omen forward. That's a double angle left right here.
And the main thing is they didn't get the plant, right? No plant on this one, so they can't do any buy with the stinger that we've been seeing.
Still even more backup already, 4 members down.
Because I'm telling you, it's the new meta. I'm pretty sure. Unless you want to force buy anyway, which is honestly pretty strong, but it's like the new safer meta.
But no, they will allow Zelsis to pick that up, get 1 point closer to that Viper.
Very nice. Yep. Okay, maybe 2 armor rebuys on this one, but it's an alright bonus. The DRX go for their old school stuff that they wanted to do at Champs. Dude, I swear this team is saving their Champs stuff.
Very nicely. Crossfires are good.
because I think their
Setups are
Champs
nice,
Viper
aim is
stuff is
good.
really, really good,
RB's position.
and we've only seen them use
Exits
it
heaven.
at Champs.
Everything.
Ever
Yeah,
since
good
they've
job,
played all of
absolutely.
these offline events, they're using like
Literally,
normal
you
Viper
can't do anything
stuff.
better than that.
Well, DRX, yeah, they're going to need to find an answer here to try to break through this pressure on B main, and finally...
Kind of. Is he setting up for the Viper smoke here? I'm just gonna
He's
put a
have
circle
to
on this.
teleport back
I want
out.
to see what he
There's a
does.
little bit of damage there as he lands onto the sneak bite as well, but
Where the hell did the smoke go? Okay, to an extent. So because they have a Cypher, they're doing the normal wall that blocks here, and you have a cage up towards the top, but then they have the Viper smoke over towards B that kind of leaks in. That means that you kind of have to play in front of it, or play two people over towards B. So it works pretty well with the Cypher.
Yeah, this is going to be really key. It's hard to see this camera.
What are the pistols? 2-1? No, it's 3-0, right?
Dealing with a
With
player
pistols.
potentially trying to trade off of you spotting it initially, and in this case,
If you have a Cypher, you can afford doing the B wall. Sometimes. My thing is that the Sky just completely eradicates just the solo Cypher, right? One Sky Flash, and a lot of the time you can eradicate it. I agree with you sometimes. Not as like a set. I mean, I would have two defaults. We should be around it.
Will get one pick with the stinger, but he's going to have to back out. Wait for his
I just think that Sky over towards A Heaven would just stop it all the time.
Whatever extra damage they can. Nice blast pack delaying the plan, but doesn't lead to a kill just yet. Sentinels, they just want a bit more.
I think I like this from DRX, honestly. I think I would be tempted to double cage Heaven though.
Has his eyes trained on Ramen, it's the wrong side. RB will finally be able to pick up a kill for himself as well. 4 rifles still online and well alive.
Doing this comping Coach Potatoes. I'm wanting to do a little bit more Cypher, so maybe we could do this DRX comp.
Able to really spread the map,
could also do some ISO stuff, but I think the Cypher stuff is probably better.
Weaknesses in the setups of the Sentinels. Again, like you mentioned, early control.
Yeah, I like that, Doom Bros. I think that's a good mix.
Breathing room off the rip, they're able to push through mid. You know, even though they don't.
Because then you could change it up. Because then I'd just be playing like the Viper wall over towards B would be like incredible against an Astra. So you would just have practice against that. I would probably change it actually, honestly. So like we Viper wall over towards B against Astras only, and then I would do this against Omens. So I just think the B wall against Astras is good. I like this from Sentinels, by the way. Like playing Sassy over towards B to get information a lot of the time is pretty good here, and they're kind of just accepting that maybe they're a little bit wrecked over towards A, but the Cypher gets good info. This is a big buy round. We got Money's pretty good from DRX. Actually had a pretty clean round last.
Holding on to mid to make sure that.
But yeah, the smoke over towards... This is a nice default from DRX. I actually think they might be able to get a... Even though it's solo duelist, I think they might be able to get a lot on attack with this default. It looks really rough to play against these Sentinels. Also, no one in practice will be playing this.
Absolutely massing them, and the flash, no, Saucy is still way beyond it. He's going to be able to find Zest creeping out of it with his back.
It's a massive shot from Zekken, because if he doesn't get that, then Tens goes down here.
Filling the site as well, and now John QT here as well. You still have Zelsis watching for the lurk. Every point covered, but RB wins the fight in mid.
30 seconds still.
30 seconds on the
nice
clock.
shots.
DRX, they're trying their best to open things up, but you can't get out of the site just
There
yet.
is no way Mako gets that kill.
Only 25 seconds remaining. Last seen on mid.
And look at it. Look at RB. Gets the kill over towards middle. Instant push back towards B. No hesitation in terms of his decision. Intends to... Here's the comms that he got killed over towards middle, so he just expects them to be B Heaven. So shout out to RB on this one. Sentinels had low money on 2 of them. I think there's 2 that are like 3,200.
Quick on the trigger there, quick to respond, but RB actually wins this round for DRX. That lurk, he's able to best him, even though again, Sentinels...
Yeah, RB did great. Mako did really well to get a kill here. He shouldn't be getting a kill in that situation.
RB in particular able to outdo a couple key players, and at the very end just wrap around to an angle Tens wasn't expecting.
Yeah, we see this a lot whenever the Cyphers are in play, whether it's only one team or both.
Can you just hear me breathing, bro? I need to put the mic further away if you listen to me breathing, man.
On defense as well. Who clears what? Just a second earlier, now with this eco from Sentinels, they want to go for the classic push out of mid, hiding in the smoke, but the Trailblazers is going to spot all of them, and Stack says, I want none of that. Let's back out. No, it's just all the back steps all the way back down into sewers. Now, DRX, they're still very cautious, so it gives time for Sentinels to reposition, but it is
Sentinels big,
against these Vandals.
want a big stack over
Tens
towards
will have to
A,
put up that smoke,
and with
during
this information that we
push
just
and
saw,
pull from
Mako's
DRX
heading back
Fest,
over towards B.
trying to get some space on Garage, but he gets pushed back. However, Stax responds in turn, now looking for the other angle here to catch Saucy off guard. They know that the rotation happened from mid to A, so Stax gets that kill. Sight is opened up for free. All they have to worry about is Ramen. You
I
can
think
see
the Pancard over tends to be better for Sentinels, except for Bind. We don't really know. On paper, if Tens is playing smokes, then like maybe. I definitely think the argument is 100% there. But we don't know about vibes and stuff. Feels like Tens is Sentinels at this point though.
They're trying to cut it off, and he's too good with it.
Oh, well, that's two. Looking for another, trying to use the paranoia just to buy some space. Now he knows where Stax is. Tens, he's picked up the rifle. He's looking to just hold Stax in position. However, his teammates don't have rifles in hand just yet. So he has the only firepower, but second with a long-range stinger burst. And Tens with a nice kill as well.
Oh my
Second
god.
with the
Okay,
showstopper.
just as we
Split
start
second
talking about Tens though, he pretty much just
decision-making
solo
from
wins
the
this
rays
round
of
with a lot of
Sentinels.
these kills. He
Bring
got a
things
mad
back in
impact
the
on this
lead,
one. Nice
3-2.
ult from Zekken.
This reminds me in some ways of the previous round in that I thought DRX made phenomenal decisions.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Sentinels find that lurk play.
it felt like
that
the call
breaks
came
things
in
open.
from
Just like we
Stax
saw
once
with
they
RB in
saw
the
the
previous round,
Cypher
this time
over
it's
towards
10.
spawn,
Was able to get
and then
behind
they got the
things, cause
information
chaos.
for B, and then they
DRX
didn't want to
early on getting
cancel
that
it.
spot with that
But
trailblazer,
yeah, Tens did good.
identifying that it was a grouped up, stacked effort for Sentinels was going to be the call for this round. As soon as they get more contact onto the the A side, they said, okay, let's rotate over to A. They pretty much, I think, identified that they've got Saucy alone. They're able to isolate and eliminate him. But after that,
Sentinels win every
things start to
eco. They
fall
win a
apart
lot of
because of
ecos, you're not
Tens'
wrong.
nice timing on the lurk.
Oh, and Zekken just not aware that DRX this time was going to push all the
Trades
way
coming.
through. They are so done with this pressure
Sentinels
put on
money's
by
pretty good
Sentinels
after
on
last
B.
round,
Garage
but
10's
they
now all
will
alone.
have
Trying
1-9
to
loss
pretend he's not
bonus
here.
after winning
Okay,
if
he
they
will
lose
catch
this
the
one.
test. Watching the other way, this finds the peak 1 second earlier on that angle. And so the eventual push gets stopped.
In the
but
double
DRX
smokes
once
comms
again
Tens as the smokes,
adjusting,
yeah,
saying,
so it feels like they
"Don't
pretty
wanna
much play
even
double
trade
smokes and double
control,
controller
just
on
wanna
the
be the
side,
one to
yeah. Sorry,
actually
double smokes and
you guys
double
out
Sentinel.
from that side of the map."
Nope, let's try that one
And
again.
RB
Double smokes
still
and
holding
double
on to take
duelist,
control with
and
that
he's,
spike
I mean, it looks like he's
Now
the
you're gonna
flex.
get a lot of information on the rotation.
It feels like
Identify
him and
there's
Zels
a
is
couple
just flex
players
everything.
Over on B for sure. You know, Tens is over there. Some utility maybe. Identifying some of the other players' positions. RB can
Early
continue to
morning,
lurk.
yeah,
Buy
right.
you a little bit of space and time here. Yes, there is the Cypher utility.
Brain
over
just
on the other
doesn't
side of the
actually
map.
function.
You do have the ult that's going to come through for RB, and now they know it's free. Be identified by some positions. Tens thinking about the teleport. Nope, has to back out.
Wait, did any of them even turn around from this TP? I wonder if he could have stuck that. It would have been madness.
The fact that RB might come through mid again. We don't know exactly which route he took. Finally, they see him going all the way
His
through
breach
spawn,
wasn't the
so
best day one.
Sentinels just focused
I
on
liked
the
his breach
retake
on Split though. I felt like his
3v3.
breach on Split was
DRX
good.
all members now holding their angles as well. The Seeker going to delay John Cutie just a bit longer. 2 members of DRX watching heaven, looking to pinch back down. Now the crossfire stacks, just ring around the rosy here on the site just to buy time. The paranoia comes out to make sure that they can hold on to heaven, but no, Stacks, he gets found. They read right through it. And now it's just going to be Mako so low. He gets 1 kill, but he can't swing out. He's too low. He gets 1, but the defuse has
Holy, he made that look so
happened.
easy,
And
bro.
a 4-2 lead
He made
for
that look
Sentinels.
so
He
easy.
just didn't hear the tap on the spike or didn't think they
The cage from John was wild.
I don't know
The
if he
cage
would've
that
been
actually
able to
like
get it
hit
anyway.
Sassy in the
Swung
corner.
earlier. He might have
Wait.
been a little bit more prepared for it, but
Stacks in the corner, sorry.
Sentinels,
Man, early morning's
really
enough for me.
good adjustments off some great plays from DRX. Again,
Where's the EMEA
very
tournaments,
nicely
man?
set up, using
Give me
that
a
util, but
tournament
Tens
on my
being
own
really
time.
tricky with those TPs back and forth across, making things very difficult. I don't think they ever heard the tap on the spike, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe not.
I didn't hear anything in the comms that made me think that there was any sense of urgency. So this is what it is, and Sentinels doing a great job here on their defender side.
Yeah, the Trailblazers are going to spot RB all alone here on this eco round. Well, we do have 1 hero rifle for Mako, and John Cutie, the senses come online. That all but confirms the main force was here on B Garage. You saw the Cypher on
Dimbers,
one
is there
side,
any
Sky
prize
on
money
the
for that
other.
one?
Slows
I
things down
looked at
quite a
the
bit for DRX.
I at least
Now
looked at
Sentinels,
VLR, which
they're
is
just
often
holding
wrong.
Angles. They don't want
No prize money?
to greed
Oh
anything.
man.
You don't want to give away these rifle upgrades. Zekin even spots Buzz's leg as that poison cloud comes up. Once again, the good timings on the comms here for Sentinels. We're starting to see it shine more and more, and RB
Oh no.
tries to find an opening, but the Boombot's there to greet him, and so is Zelsis. And that about shuts down this round. 10's on the box, as he often does. Double kill for him, and that's a 5-2
really clean run for
scoreline.
them. The money is flowing, which is great because two of them were down to just having to potentially eco the next round. So
Nice round.
nice round. It's good time up for DRX as well. Ever since that 50, it's all kind of gone a little bit wrong.
Alts to work with, but so do the Sentinels. You know, it's been so clean for the Sentinels that they haven't had to invest too much. And just, yeah, like you said, just reading it. Nothing much you can do about that as DRX just smokes are up. You know, we saw it yesterday a lot with Team Liquid, where they were finding a lot of value spraying through that same angle, catching Fancy United. So teams just kind of getting good reads on each other. A lot of time to
DRX,
study for each other.
I think a lot of the off-season, it might be a bit like Fnatic, you know, when they played that tournament and they hadn't really had too much practice together. It could be a little bit of that because obviously they've all been, well, I say they've all been taking a break. RB's been taking a break. And I think this is the first time we've seen like the actual 5 play together for a while, so
you can really start to get a read on that, and we'll
it
see
could
what
just
the
be a little bit of
adjustment is
that.
here from Coach Termi, going for yet another timeout. Used both of his on map 1, wasn't able to bring the team to victory. Uses another one quite early on here, halfway through the first half, trying to close the gap.
Is
as
vibes
they're
important
behind
as
2-5.
everyone makes out? Yeah, vibes are crazy important,
Yeah,
especially when the season is so
I think we're still
compact.
seeing a little bit of the
I actually think a
adjustment
lot
period
of
for
roster
DRX
moves were done,
RB switching over to
at least in
Cypher and trying to
EMEA,
integrate
I
that
think
into this
is probably the
attacker
biggest
side.
demonstration of this, but I think a lot of the
Was
roster
starting to
moves
lean
were
into
done
double
for
duelist.
vibes,
Towards the end of the year, you know,
in
even
mind, at
run that,
least.
but without
I think
9 being
Liquid
the
is a
lineup,
big
you gotta go
example
a
of
little
that.
bit more cautious and disciplined,
I
so
think, honestly, maybe
string something
Na'Vi was a
together,
big
Buzz right over the
example of that as
trap
well.
wires.
Oh, what a guiding light from Sassy to keep him alive, and that
Yeah,
gives
what a
timing for
flash.
Tens to jump
What
through.
a
He's
what a
not gonna
round
make
from
it all alive,
Sassy.
but it
Oh
is.
my god.
Sentinel is just wiping the
Sassy,
floor
though.
against DRX after
The
their
flash here.
timeout. Reads through the
The
rush.
flash, and then did he
and a
double flash
brilliant
with this as
guiding
well
light from
to swing the
Sassy
next?
kicks things off.
Kind of want to see
He's
a
been
replay on this.
stellar. Just
It
stellar
was
with
rough
his
for
positioning,
DRX. Big
his
buy round
timing,
goes
his
in with their
understanding of
ult.
the
Yeah.
situations. You know, knew that
Might be a solid
that could be
2-0.
happening,
And
knew that the showstopper could
that's
be
a
coming
crazy
through.
outcome for Sentinels
And,
considering their
put an angle there as well.
I
The
didn't
top
see the
of
flash.
screen gives just
Considering
enough of a window
their
for him
group.
to peek through. Really nice setup there by Zelsis.
Are Sentinels the best looking team in franchising? There is some
That
big thing that
hurts.
you
That
all
hurts
have to
bad.
bear in
There's a
mind
lot, so much
for
invested.
this
Now you're
off season.
back onto a half buy.
Everyone in the off season
That
right
crucial
now
ultimate to
is
break open
focusing
a
on
site.
franchising, right? That's
Good
where the
Viper's
focus is
bid,
right
but
now.
not gonna
And you
work
look
for
at
Italian until you're
Sentinels.
able to get the plant down
This
here.
is a
As
six
you
player
get
team
on
where
Split,
people are fighting for their
filling up
spot
the
on the
smokes to make
team.
sure you don't
So
leave
they
any
really
second
want it.
open.
Like, they want it
DRX
more than
will
other
pop
people.
flash out. It
And
does
sometimes
catch
wanting it more than other
our members
people
here. Sentinels
is
and Tens
a
not able to
massive
reposition
factor.
early enough. The boom bot
Like,
hides right behind him.
that is
Buzz still
sick
goes
to
for the
actually
check,
dodge
but
that.
He doesn't have the right weaponry to be able to catch that kill early on enough.
So yeah, a team that wants it more often wins out, or at least do a little bit better than the other team.
That snake bite. Now it's just 2
Do you
members
think that is
left
also
with
true for
sheriffs in
T1?
hand.
That's 100% true for
Hey, but
T1.
then I gotta say, Sentinels look like
They're
they just
like all the
cannot
teams that
get
are,
broken
especially
here on Split.
it's
No,
so
you're right.
prominent in
I agree with you, man.
off-season events.
Just kind of
Like this
reacted
event,
so
this
well
event
to
is a
anything
prime
that DRX
example of
tries
it.
to do.
You
I
got
feel a
Sentinels
little
and
bit
you
for
got
Buzz. He
T1
read
overperforming,
that there could be a
or at
player
least
underneath
performing the
that
best
blue
at the
bot.
moment.
You know, it's tough when you have a
All
sheriff
of
there.
these
So the gun
teams are
disadvantage, you know, really working
6,
out
7
so
person
nicely for
rosters,
Sentinels in that
trying to
situation.
prove that they're good enough to
Anything
be
else
on the
that they
roster,
can do
starting
here?
roster.
Plant is going to come through, but maybe not going to last much longer. You're going to use the pit.
I mean, ideally, I think Zest would have hoped that RB won that duel, but Zest holding
With the ult,
screens.
double molly,
So many mind games here, so many obvious places he could be hiding. John Cutie
if we
waiting for
didn't
the
touch the
wraparound,
spike
trying to
instantly,
bait him
I mean,
in.
the
They
molly
draw
hits
out the
from
first
here.
snake bite, still one more in the chamber here for Zest, so Sentinel starting to feel the pressure from time here, and Zekin is able to catch
It was
the
a
flank
pretty good
as
attempt
they
from
draw
Zest.
attention away
This
towards the
that was
spike with a little
nice
bit of
though,
gunfire.
really. It didn't look winnable from the minimap, but once I saw that Molly actually reached, it was kind of doable. I mean, Sentinels look... Sentinels are looking nice. This was just a low buy though, so we got to bear that one in. Zelsis trying to prove his spot for sure, dude. I'm telling you, Zelsis, I don't buy it. You know the whole thing, and people that watch my stream like religiously will know. As soon as that Zelsis thing came in, I said instantly that this guy, it doesn't make sense for him to want to be a SIG. Like it makes sense in terms of like building up your content and stuff like that, but for him to join this, I don't know, man. And I never felt like he joined as a sixth man. Like he always wanted that, especially even with the like, I know it was like bait and stuff like on his like YouTube and stuff, but it just didn't feel like, it felt too close to home to be like, I actually want a spot, if that makes sense. Wow, Stax got a really good timing.
And Stax will be able to shut that ultimate down. So finally, a little bit of good news for DRX, but they still have a lot of room.
The comp heavily CT sided. I mean, yes. Any comp with a single... So this map, the way that I kind of sum it up, solo duelist is like, this is the most common. Double duelist, you're kind of looking like this. So, to have 7 already is great, but you're 7-5 with this is probably most likely what we're expecting. I felt like DRX maybe should have done a bit better with like the actual default smokes. They should be doing a bit better on attack in my mind.
But eventually the site will be
Split kind of seems attacker sided. I just believe that's just because of the double duelist being super prominent. I don't know how it's been looking in prac, so maybe you know more than me, but I do feel like most people are using double duelists. So you guys can't see again? Oh yeah, that was purely for the VOD watchers. 7-5 on 7-5 for solo duelist on defense and 6-6 for double.
Kind of game sense, but Stax has been playing long enough that he does. And here, got RB just able to sneak underneath the net, finally able to find a round where that trap wire isn't right at that door into...
Let's start looking into this one. Money is great for everyone. So much money, right? We buy for both of these.
Counting for it. They expect him to maybe try to go up the ramp or something, but RB reads it very, very nicely.
Definitely messed up that molly at the beginning here. I was looking, I was like, there is no way Zelsis has a molly that lands that fast, right?
Finally a switch up on the setup. The Cypher util on B, a lot of that broken apart now.
Yeah, and they break the trip on this one. So I like that they tried to do the trip in front of the smoke again, they're trying to get info in front of the smoke, so this smoke, once it pops up, doesn't that create the pressure of double question mark.
On that trade from Tens. Tens gets spotted, the paint shells and the snake bite just to keep them at bay through that smoke. And DRX, they give up on mid because you already have Zest through, but breaks the trap.
Zest is crazy. Zest is so crazy. Didn't wanna wait for a flash on this. Oh my goodness.
Just can't find the kill, but his teammates are there to cover him. Zelsis from one side, double at the back of the site as well. DRX, even if they break through, they have no idea the Tens is already here. And now it's going to be the
okay, I mean, nicely done from Sentinels, but man,
so far in the first
and I don't know about the taking the 1v1 duel over towards B here. So they realized they were doing the heavy mid setup, so I think they just thought there was someone over towards heaven and no one actually over towards B. But yeah, for a big buy round to just do this felt too much.
Somebody's right there. Tens is right there to cover for John QT when he's in a bad spot. Saucy's so smart as well. Yeah, he gets killed, but
John did great. I actually think Tens did really good to make sure that, I mean, everyone, the thing that I like about this Sentinels, in terms of like this iteration, the Sentinels lineup, with these 5, is they do look like they're on the same page. Everyone helps everyone out.
Tens peeks out off of that flash, gets 1 kill. Now he goes down, opens up ramp just a bit, but Second's there to cover. A Heaven. Mural theft coming out will force
exactly, Doombros. They actually look like a team, whereas DRX, it looks like the cracks are showing in terms of them not cracking together too much with this roster. But that will change in the main season. It's a much better round from them. If Buzz gets another kill, that is going to be... Oh, I mean, he could definitely get the plant, really, especially as he's low HP, will buy a lot of time. Yeah, Mako throws the spike over towards Buzz. Buzz gets the plant, that's all. And that should seal the round. especially just to buy time. Probably wait for some util and then he'll. Satchel will do it.
Time, forces second away, and that gives time for the smoke refresh on Heaven.
Who on pistols?
Sentinels. The clock's running out of ticks here. Second dodges to showstopper, and the double swing out stacks gets both from backside.
Right, 4. That's not too bad. Like I said, 7.5 is normally the normal, so Sentinels maybe got a little bit more with the pistol for sure, helping them.
I mean, frankly, not too bad here for DRX.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's still a very good defense comp.
I feel like 8-4 is not bad. That's about potentially break even for them. You would have loved a 5-7 or, you know, who knows, 6-6, but 4-8 I think is reasonable for DRX to come back. Pistol, as always, very, very important, especially since I don't think DRX has won a pistol, have they?
Today?
Pretty sure they have
Actually, no, they haven't. They're 0 for 3.
Yeah, so this is a crucial pistol. Like, we can't have the old Vision Strikers, you know, those days of losing almost every pistol and then somehow coming through with the map wins. Can't happen anymore. You're gonna have to find a pistol.
They gotta win pistol. Yeah, it's true.
3-0
in terms of pistols.
Sentinels have been really clean on their reads.
Talk about the right stuff.
They've put themselves in really good positions to, you know, use those classics when they've got them. They found the angles to cut DRX off. And
mark your words, Sova makes sense on Split now because of the Cypher being pretty heavy meta. I tell you what. I think, Zoom Bros, I know that you're a big Sova believer on Split, but I honestly think I'm kind of on board with you. I've always been a Sova believer. Like, there's a reason I have like lineups on Sova for this map. Like, I've always felt like it was pretty good. So I'm kind of on board with you. I'm not sure it's I'm not sure it's ever going to be like meta or something, but I think it's actually pretty good.
When he snuck underneath their noses in that one round and got all the way into their, you know, the backside of screen.
Doom Bros, what about a Sova and then you add an ISO in as well? How about that? I just love that combo too much. That's my issue.
For DRX with this Cypher, because again, the last time.
But I think this is a good ISO map. ISO would need a buff, but
way.
You don't even have ISO unlocked, bro. What is with these coaches? You don't have ISO unlocked. Mini didn't know that ISO has 2 vulnerables. You guys can't even speak about these new agents, man. I'm telling you, you guys don't even log them in. You look at one video and you're just like, nah, doesn't fit the normal meta. It's done. You lot kill me.
But the trap on B, so there seems to be DRX.
Wait, Doom Bros, you're a cooker as well. You're one of our cookers. That's the problem here. You're the guy that needs to come in with some of the crazy stuff. You're one of the teams I rely on to actually go outside of the box.
Yeah, that allows them to.
I know Angel's got it unlocked though. That's the main thing. DRX. So Sentinels did pretty good to work out there was a stack of middle here.
Give them a numbers advantage on this attack.
You just unlocked Rainer recently? Don't do it to me. Gap over towards back of B wall.
No one gonna get stuck on it for the time being. Paranoia used just to make sure they can get through to the plant location. Poison Cloud as well. That main shell going for default.
Yeah, Nade was pretty good to delay this though. DRX feeling like they knowing that this luck is coming in. I like this from Sentinels. They take a lot of map control in terms of spawn. Still not feeling confident from the Heaven play, so they decide to plant a little bit safer. That molly is incredible. Oh my god, that molly was so good. It's kind of worth dying for a molly there, to be honest. John maybe has to go a little bit earlier than he would like. It's not a good plant for him as well.
To come through and find the spike diffuser. He finds one, draws attention. Now it's back over to Saucy. Falls in his court. He finds another kill, and it's only
look at them though. Look how together they are. Like, look at it. I play it fast, then you. Like, it's so nice.
Clicking down. And not finding the shots.
Yeah, look at it. It's good. It's such a nice 2v3. 4 out of 4 pistols for Sentinels.
It's really interesting.
I think that pistol record's crazy good. Didn't they have a really good pistol record against Paper X as well? I feel like I remember drawing heavy numbers for them on that game in terms of pistols.
For the reposition towards B. The flash doesn't connect. That's a little unfortunate in a way, but that's just TenZ playing a better anti-flash position, and he catches you off
Only
guard
50-50 for those pistols on Paper X.
Trade there. Now, early on in this round, I was watching very closely for John QT's rotate through sewers. Mako identified it, Mako pinged it, but they gave it up, and it
We got
eluded DRX because he waited so long to make that rotation through mid up to B heaven, and he found a great timing.
It's gonna have to be a 10-4. They at least get an orb on this one, so they're getting a little bit from it. So they realize that there's heavy A control, insta dog over towards different sentinels. I like the calling, man. I think John is a great caller. The good thing about John as well is he actually frags really heavy.
But it doesn't matter as the site already has been cleared with those blast packs. And DRX with just classics in hand. Now the question remains: do you cut your losses?
You kind of realize, you know when MAT was around and just everyone from MAT was just constantly talking about John. That's such a good sign where everyone in your team is just talking about the IGL. That means you know they're putting in so much work.
At least one. Okay, he finds another. And, a clean shot running up the stairs as well.
Also, when he was in Ghost, they were doing a lot of cool stuff.
Hoping that he doesn't get spotted.
Oh man.
Surprising.
They were doing a lot of cool stuff in Ghost as well, so I imagine it was a good amount from him.
That someone else would be coming up, right? Just gets caught.
Wasn't the cleanest at the end there?
Right click is a lot of times stronger.
Was an eco though? Yeah, exactly. Was an eco. It's fine.
It's looking dire for DRX.
Ghost was Kaplan too as well. Yeah, that's why I didn't really know who was cooking a lot of their stuff, because they had a lot of cool stuff.
So quick with it. He's looking so good, man. Some of these multi-kill rounds that he has are so impactful. And he's just really...
Okay, must-win round for DRX.
So nicely with Kaplan's system for the Sentinels. There is very little that I have to say about Sentinels that isn't positive right now. And I think, you know, Sentinels faithful, you have been rewarded for holding on hope since Reykjavik in 2021.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while.
It has been absolutely a long time coming, but you know, sure, it's still early on. The season hasn't started.
That's nice. Did the dog spot the camera, or did they like hear it? Either way, they managed to spam it through the wall here.
Roster of Sentinels, it is looking good.
Exactly.
Yeah, there might be mistakes, but they're able to cover it, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Cooked up the phase raid combo. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's the first to use it, but I remember Ghost being like one of the better teams.
Well, this time it looks like it might be Zelsis going for that double, and the ping pong back and forth.
It was like Ghost and was it Complexity? Was that the team that? So the team that Potter was on before, EG, Complexity, they cooked pretty well with the Fade race. I want to say it was Cole, but I can't remember. Okay, this was nice from DRX.
From the Seekers.
Let's wait. Tenz has been having a good game as well, so I mean he's 19-8 on an Omen.
But Tenz is gonna go all the way around. They're gonna fake this out.
But if they actually split over towards A, they have a really good chance. Stax gets his, Sassy gets his flash in like 4 seconds. So they can flash the back here and maybe overwhelm.
Only 10 seconds left. Sassy's going to have to make noise. And that has to be the opening here for Tenz to crawl through. The guiding light is going to ping him, but RB, can he get the planter? Yes, he does.
RB played really well.
Absolutely.
Still pretty low in terms of the time on this one. That was why it got a little bit rough.
No, he chooses, okay,
RB played very well, though.
Also choose to save this Vandal.
Shout out to Mako as well. Honestly, the smoke helps out. I think that's something that we're starting to see controllers do a little bit better when like someone's overwhelmed on a site. Just like a little smoke, just to help them play around, can really make the difference. It's probably one of the bigger differences from like ranked to pro play at the moment is like that kind of smoke. Most people in ranked know how to do normal smokes. Well, that's a lie. At a high level, most people in like Radiant and stuff, most people know how to do smokes. Wait, this was 10's smoke? Okay, well then take everything out. That was a 10 smoke?
It's been a pleasure so far, and at this rate, we're going to continue to
trying to give him space to plant and block vision in case he was back at sight, I guess, to drop down. Chat, that was my whole build up for a 10 smoke. You guys couldn't just let me roll with it. I was out here talking about ranked play, talking about top smokers.
Checking the cams.
That's what I'm saying, dude, bro. Damn, bro.
Kind of figuring out exactly what
but the point still does stand that those kind of smokes are becoming way more meta in terms of like to help people out. I had fun. That's actually true. I did have fun. Okay, massive fast pick from DRX. Time's getting a little bit low on this one as well, and they need to start getting some of these runs, especially this one, as it would probably break the economy of Sentinel, especially if they don't get a plant.
that puts pressure on. You can see it on the minimap. DRX starting to shift their focus over to A, but Buzz is there to hold strong on B.
Nitro was one of the
now
first people to do that. And you talk about the Ascent
it
smoke,
looks like it
definitely,
might pay
definitely
off. Two
right.
members still in the site, only 25 seconds left
Kind of
to
just
go.
using them like you would a
Sen
Cypher cage,
waiting
right?
to drop down altogether. Guiding light at the ready from Saucy. The paranoia as well. RB is trying to hide behind a cyber cage, but Stax is there to hold strong. Still two members spread apart wide. Zest going for another kill from Heaven as well. RB knows he just has to play for time. Not going to peek out unnecessarily. A snake bite from behind.
Nice molly on him as well. Okay, this is good
RB.
from DRX.
There we go.
Sentinels at least need to go a little bit faster. It can be rough when you only have the one duelist though. But I think that's what this timeout's going to be about. They're roughly sitting at like 3-2, so they can get a pretty good low buy if they wanted to go fast.
And then pinging it out to clear it. Really nice. That's smart. And then they try to push another player up through B Heaven to, again, try to buy a little bit of time and space for the other three to make their move. None of it works, and DRX holds firm. So good response here from DRX, starting to get their feet underneath them, and Kaplan wants to try to turn the tide here and set the Sentinels up for that playoff run.
Yeah, we'll see what they discuss here. You had a couple rounds with the rifles in hand from
So,
DRX.
I mean, it's a nice timing for the timeout.
Now, of
I
course,
think
you always have to account what's the adjustment going to be.
they're
from the
still
other
like
side
pretty
with your
heavily
own
ahead.
timeout. And I'm curious to see DRX. Do they pull a leaf out of Sentinel's books, shift the Cypher over to B this time around, try to go for a little bit of extra pressure out of A?
I was just thinking the same thing. I'd like to see DRX get a little bit aggressive towards the A main area, see if they can clear a little space, get a lucky kill or something like that.
Do you want to update on the score? It's 10-6-2
At
Sentinels
least get
on
that in
Split.
the minds of Sentinels. Maybe see if you can open up kind of a mid-rotation, you know, see if you can get somebody to lurk through mid or something like that. Every once in a while, teams leave that space open. It hasn't been left open yet by Sentinels, and that's why I think maybe that space is going to get available there. But
Okay, Buzz has all. It's a low-ish buy from Sentinels. It's not too bad. Tens is a hero gun.
They're going to kind of double down on this.
Dude,
and see
Tens
if
had
they
a
can
lot of
break
money.
through.
Yeah, it looks like it's really just here to just see if DRX makes any adjustments. We'll have to wait to see if there's anything else that comes through.
They're just going to walk contact over to us. Oh, they really wanted to walk contact through this over towards the middle. So in terms of Sentinels here, so you see that the timeouts on the eco, this is more like what I wanted to do. It wrecks, you know, and this is why, you know, the stats where it's like, this person has the most impact after a pause. Those people are normally doing the pauses before buy rounds. I like doing them in these where you kind of give them a chance into the eco. You have an idea that might work, and then you can have a bigger plan picture. I like these kind of trips that are a little bit higher now for the dog, but it does mean that you can sneak underneath them, but normally you put them further back.
But that does lock them up quite a bit here in Rams, but a nice wide swing out with the Stinger run and gun. John Cutie finds an opening for himself, but his teammates still stranded behind this toxic screen. Stax doesn't want to give over any extra rifle.
So yeah, just a try on this one. They wanted to contact over towards middle, and then it felt like they wanted to then just hit over towards A. Maybe it was more of a mid round than like anything else.
HP and a dream to try to get closer here for match point.
DRX looking kind of comfortable in defense now. They got money.
Let's see if we can find another one. Nope, only 5 HP. Body shot will do the trick for DRX. Up 7-10 now. Sentinels, you know, okay, it's a half buy, who cares? Like, this is the round where I'm more thinking about the timeout, right? Where I'm talking about...
This is the round when they have two ults, and they're not the greatest ults, but the Omen's pretty, the Omen ult's pretty good.
But I would have liked to have seen the showstopper save. Like, this is the one thing about this round that concerned me here for DRX. Yeah, they win it.
The showstopper save? Nah, I think this one's fine.
They could have.
It's still early. It's still early on. They want to make sure that every round is like super clean. They want to make sure that they can build up some economy. Like, I think this all into this eco is so fine.
Try to lock down mid.
Like, you gotta have money for guns.
Do what he did all day on day one, and Buzz opens things up with another first kill on the operator. can see why they
I mean,
continue to put him
the
on
smoke
that
goes
primary
down
duelist
as well.
position when it
Big
comes
buy
back to
round,
this
your smoke
4-5.
goes down early.
More and more stability with that
Yeah,
operator
and I think
allows
this
so
was
much
a
flexibility
little bit
on the
due to
defense
them
that
being able to
Trailblazers
walk
now
out
use
towards middle
not
last
only
round.
push out John Cutie, but give another angle here.
It's a nice
for
reposition
Buzz.
from Buzz as well, and he's going to be able to hold all of A, but the camera
But he
should
gets caught by
spot
the
him.
Trailblazer, just can't get away in
Okay,
time.
this round is
The bounce
really
gets
on at the
him.
moment.
That
As we can
opens
see,
up
B
BM
is
and has to
super
draw
weak.
stacks, and that also forces Buzz to kind of let
Buzz,
go of ramp for just a second.
we still have the camera.
DRX
Honestly,
making call. They want to stack B.
we're going to go A
The
now.
operator over on the A side. Now the entry is starting to come through. The paint shells forces RB out, but the Seekers allows
Cypher
him
comes
to
in.
have
They
one
see
more
3
chance to
here, and
peek
they
out
still
from this
they
box.
still
He
send
goes
it.
Saucy's going for that dart, but he gets the kill on the second and swings right back down to Saucy as well. Zelsis trying to make things happen here alongside John Cutie, but Mako
I mean, nicely
with
done
some
from
clean
DRX.
shots brings things up 8-10.
Okay,
Chat, am I the
So
only one that
this
found that a
is-
little bit mad?
it's starting to get a little bit interesting for me. Now I'm a little bit worried. The Sentinels are just really
Cypher ult came in.
dialed
They saw
on this
3 over towards
mid-pressure.
B and sent it B.
DRX's response is,
Maybe
okay,
thinking
we'll
that
throw an operator
DRX
at
would
it,
pivot
make your
over
life a
towards
little
A
bit
because A
difficult.
looked a
Yeah,
lot
they get
weaker. But
the
then
Trailblazer
it felt like it was
connect,
too
get the kill on
fast,
the
so it
back
didn't
of
actually
that.
give time for
But
that
then when
rotate
they
to come in.
use the neural theft, the response here is
It's like
pretty
probably the first
immediate
round in a
from the
while where I
side
felt
of DRX.
not
Paranoia
cool
and
with one of the
Seekers
Sentinels
to buy
scores.
time to wait out that neural theft so they can then put themselves in position to punish the Sentinels.
RB
who
should
are
never get 2 there.
really able to fully
Yeah,
capitalize on that
that's
Cypher
true.
ultimate. Really nicely handled
But I
here
still feel
by
like the
DRX.
trade
They're
should be
really
coming
starting to get their
in
feet
a
underneath
similar
them.
fashion.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. The Sentinels continue to kind of keep a heavy eye on mid, but this time the operator, it's waiting on B, even as a
So yeah, this is what Doom Bros was talking about in terms of the wall over towards B when you have the Cypher. My thing is, maybe we're going to see a perfect example of this. My thing was that once you put these cages up, like we do just see the A cage over towards Heaven, the issue is that we can send a Sky Flash in, Sky Flash doesn't hit anyone, and then the pressure's just not there anymore. So Sky Flash went in, it kind of realized that it's not there. Dog goes in as well, and all of that A pressure from the Cypher is no longer here, and then we can have a heavy Sky rotate, and we can keep 3 people at B. So in terms of the most perfect round, to kind of highlight what me and Doom Bros were talking about, this was it, and that's a huge made.
Now Mako there as well.
That was nice to flood him out.
But does buy a lot of time.
It's kind of funny the Sentinels, oh my
and he
goodness.
gets the kill on the second. Can he go for a second? No, but does he buy enough time for his teammates? No, in fact. It's going to be John Cutie also putting on the pressure as Zelsis 10s and John Cutie go all the way through that kill for Zelsis.
Oh my, it's a nice Viper ult as well. Not the best plant for this thing. Not the best plant.
This denies Ali entirely. 10s going for another angle. RB's going to find those occasions, but they're not near the Viper's pit to clear it.
They're going for it.
Everyone from Sentinels
You know
spread
that
out.
round earlier where we saw the Buzz ult, and maybe the casters were questioning it a bit. This kind of that secures that they're able to buy into this round anyway. So even though it is 11-8, they get a full buy into this one, and they even had the option to op in. So
everything before that was brilliant. He missed
Macro
the
doesn't
shot
matter
on
if
the
you just don't
retreating
kill. That's true.
Zelsis, so what? He read the play really nicely, but him pushing this far up here, I think he was expecting them to rotate back to back off of that. I think he was, in his mind, they weren't going to continue this aggression. With him having the op, with them being able to cut off the angles, with the utility there, the players there, he probably thought he was safe to get there. So, you know what? I don't really fault him that much. I get the idea. I think it almost worked. If he had just maybe connected one more of those shots.
Yeah,
Could've been a completely
it's hard to
different round
play
for
again. I mean, even Sentinels are kind of combining
liked
all of
to
the
have those,
util. They got the DRX smoke over towards B and
quicker, but other
like
than
my
that,
old wall over
It is
towards
what it
B.
is. Sentinels responding so nicely. The pit comes down. They're able to get it really deep into spawn. 10's checking with his ult.
Yeah,
The discipline so good for the Sentinels today.
Yeah, and Sentinels, they have the showstopper now. They already used up the one-way coming out from RB, so Zekin just going to fly high above the trap wire.
Whoa,
Just wants to make sure he
popped this
clears
really
the site,
early.
But that initial trap wire just not spotted, so Zelsis does go down. No more toxic screen to cut up the site here. Ten's looking for an extra kill, but Zess goes for the trade. Buzz barely winning out that duel, holding on to backside. The spike now stranded, and it's just 2 members of Sentinels. And 4
John's been
on the
lurking a
side
bit,
of
so
DRX.
I like that he kind of joins his team a bit more on this round. Oh my, this would be a ridiculous round. There was a chance there with the Mako shots. Okay, Sentinels win a round, they lose the next one. 1-9 loss bonus, they have to eco on 2 people here.
Mako, man, he could have done something special. He's been so close. He's had such a good day today. I don't know, this round just kind of felt like DRXers read this pretty well, that this was going to be a
Liquid
on the back of the
1v4
showstopper. They expected one way or another. They
That
gambled
round
pretty
was
well
crazy
here that it was
though,
gonna
right?
be B. Everybody's right on point. Crossfires are set up. And it's just into the meat grinder for Sentinels, man. Just got turned into sausage on that one. So,
Yeah, rough.
yeah, I mean, that is what it is.
And
It's
another
split,
good
dude. Like,
timeout.
sometimes that
Definitely,
happens, you know?
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you had an idea in mind. You already started the execute.
Kaplan's a big
Don't
fan
really
of the
have a way back
timeouts
out of it
once they
once you
have a
get,
low
you know,
buy.
a couple
So
steps
yeah,
into that
again,
site.
he can now
You have to
talk
show your
about.
map for way too long if you
Maybe
wanna
you would spend like
reposition
20
there,
seconds,
so they
15
try to
seconds
stick it.
describing what you want to do on the
Phrasing them
eco,
about their
and then
trades
bigger
comps that they
picture.
clearly have
Bigger
during
picture
these
rounds
battles
in
and these
terms of
duels.
like,
Well, this time,
what
they
do we
don't
actually
come out
want
on
to
top of the
change up?
skirmish,
Do we
so
need
it
to change
calls
our
for a
Viper stuff
timeout.
up? Do we
Goes
need to pressure
Kaplan.
over towards middle? Not creating
1
enough
point
question
away
marks over towards
to
middle.
get
Maybe we
to
need to
that
take
list
A
of
heaven. There's a lot
12,
of stuff in terms of like what they could actually be talking about bigger picture on
securing their
this.
spot in the semifinals, the first team to do so
And then in
here
terms of the eco
at the
round,
Afreeca
let's see
TV
what his idea
Valorant
is.
League.
You can do
And
anything.
it would be above, you know, the two best teams that VCT Pacific has to offer, PaperX and DRX.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, regardless of the outcome of today's matches, you've got to be feeling really good about where the direction of the Sentinels is heading. I'd like to see them try to set up some picks here.
Okay, it looks like they at least talked about, maybe we're not entirely sure, maybe they at least talked about,
maybe set up that combo with tens, something like
wait,
that.
okay, yeah, taking over towards middle. They wanted to create more question marks over towards middle. They're getting annoyed with this Viper smoke over towards middle here, and they just wanted to satchel up. And honestly, the raise for the Viper here is probably worth, so worth that they put the Seekers in.
By the judge. I mean, it's coming up through this narrow path. Up on B Heaven, Tense trying to create another angle here to make sure Buzz can't peek back out. Oh, but Buzz finds the timing right before the smoke
Enough, by the way,
at
this
the
gun.
showstopper. He can't find any targets though. Gets flashed. He just has to send it, and he finds
Enough,
Tense
Judge, by the way,
drop,
of course.
Of them well aware
This is
of each
after
other's
it's not meant to be
position.
good when running.
And Sentinels once again slowed down
He's
to a
gonna get an
halt.
ace with it.
Buzz is ready to jump on
Oh my
this.
god, I guess my bad.
Doesn't get the kill. And
Oh my god, they
Jargo
don't win
gets
this though, right?
another good kill. Euro theft.
Chat, if they win this, you
Spot
can't blame
both,
that
but
on
he's
me.
on the ropes.
Okay,
And
that's
that's
fine.
not going to be where he wanted to be as
Oh, yeah, I
RB and
was worried.
Mako double team it up. 1 point away to tie things up here on map 2.
I like the idea from DRX though. You can cut a little bit of extra money just in case to use that judge. You know
There was a
that
world,
Sentinels
yeah,
are gonna
there
be on a
actually was a
weaker
world.
buy.
I
This is a full
was
buy,
worried for this one.
and you're able to punish that pretty nicely here. I like the trap play. This is what
Wait,
I'm
that was
talking about.
cool.
You do some of these
That was
tricks,
cool over
you know,
towards
Tens
middle.
like to
Double
use the
satchel in,
verticality
but you
that he's
TP over
able
towards the top
create
to see over the
movement
smoke
with
so you can
speed,
kind of trade this.
set 'em up for success
Hey,
with
I
that.
like this
Finds that
idea from
early kill.
Kaplan in the
You're putting a
timeout.
lot
That
of
was a
pressure
nice
on
little
the
eco
DRX,
strat.
making them scramble. Sometimes that
It's a
can
bit
be
like that.
where
It's a bit like what
DRX
people are
struggle.
doing with the jet over
Able to
towards here with the
that
instant
early
updraft and then
Viper
dash
pit
over towards
from
this.
Zest to
It was
cut
kind
off
of cool.
this B angle. Now,
So yeah, like we
Sentinels,
said, in terms
all
of bigger
attention on the
picture
other
as
side
well,
of the
we
map.
kind of see both of our
See
things
how
that we
well
talked about
we're gonna be
in
able to
terms of like
clear
bigger picture, right? We
some
saw
of
the
the
fast
space
over
and
towards
utility.
middle because they
Tens
wanted to create more question marks, and this round they will actually want to go over towards heaven and create a heavy question mark in terms of A heaven. So nice to see the Kaplan kind of demonstrated what we were talking about in as potentials of what they could be doing in their timeout. This is a strong setup from DRX, so this is a nice Viper ult. He has a lot of positions to hide in, and they keep on doing this with the Viper ult where they have a Cypher trip inside it, so the Viper can just kind of tuck in nicely. They're enjoying the Viper Cypher combos.
Of damage, the cam finally being taken out, and DRX, they're still trying to hold on to the site, but they've given up a lot of space already. It's kind of up to Mako. Can he get it with the paranoia? RB holding strong with the Phantom
That spam
Spray,
was,
and Stacks
yeah,
and
RB was
continue
unlucky
wreak
to not get
havoc,
like
and Sentinels
3
just
with that
cannot
spam.
find a footing into the A site. They've been pinged by the neural theft. They are stuck here on A ramp. No exit to be found. Just trying to do whatever mind games they can, but DRX are not in a rush. It's a 4v2.
Kind of just
Buzz,
gets shut
another
down on
kill
this
for
one. It feels like
himself.
the full shout out to DRX. They have been doing a good job at moving RB around, but this was just a whole round set on the Viper ult, right? This whole setup from DRX was we have a Viper ult, let's just do a Viper ult setup over towards B.
Sentinels just not able to find the setup that they want to get in.
You just go heaven more. Yeah, even though they like created questions over towards like the top of A heaven, they need to actually take A heaven. Like they need to take
DRX
way
fans
more
in the
map
audience.
control.
I was about
So
a
you
little
know
bit
this smoke
excited
over
all of a
towards
sudden. I
middle.
almost forgot
Honestly,
we
the
had a
best thing that
live
works
crowd.
against
I'm so
most teams is
glad
taking
here,
like
but
heavy A
yeah,
heaven
we got
control,
quite
and
a
then the
few people,
Viper's kind of
actually.
like in no
You
man's,
know, it's
doesn't really
still,
know what to do.
4
Like the
p.m.,
Viper will
and
be
so a lot
over
of people
towards
have shown
vents, and
up,
they've
made
lost
some
A
time in the
heaven,
middle of their day
and you
to
know they're
catch
probably going to pressure
this
mid. The most
glorious
common
first
reaction
match of
is
day
the
3
Viper
of their
puts the smoke
ABL.
up, picks up the
Got
smoke,
schools
and then
finishing
goes
soon,
into
so,
mail.
hop
So
on
that's
over.
kind of
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure
what
you've
most
already all
teams will
studied for
do
your
when
finals ahead of
they
time,
feel
right?
like they
That's
can't
Yeah,
force
definitely.
through
that's
the
how
smoke
school
of
works.
middle.
Sunning's already over, right? So, you know,
Or at least that's what most teams should
Yeah,
be
the
doing.
college
That's
entrance
what I find is
exams,
the most
they're done.
successful. I
They're
don't know
done.
about other
But they are
teams.
done.
Yeah.
Well. DRX now on a 3-round win streak. Can
But
they
they
string it
definitely
into
want to
4
try and push
finally
through
get
the
lead
smoke
for
of
the
middle.
first
So we'll see how
time
that one
on
works. It is
Split,
just a
their
low
map
by
pick.
Zek and John. Hero guns.
All theory says it should lead to that because Sentinels, once again, only 2 rifles, right? 1 saved over, 1 bought up.
This
The
might
other
work
two
out well
upgraded
for
pistols.
Sentinels. DRX play a little bit more
And
passive with
it's
this.
very
This has
interesting
already
as
picked up his smoke and put
picking
it
that
over
Poison
towards
Cloud
heaven.
back up, just refilling it with the Omen smoke. Wants to have that ready for another readjustment.
It's more of like a fallback play here. Try to bait him into Mako and Buzz, who are waiting right around this corner. You know, Mako can nail whatever tries to come through this B garage.
Someone streaming with a 4. Yeah, someone got DMCA'd the other day on
aggressive.
YouTube, right?
Where's this top angle?
So I imagine
Picking
that'll happen again.
Picking that poison cloud up. Just kind of bait them into this heaven angle. See if you can really
I don't know if the flash over
keep them
towards
pinned
A
in and
hit there or
punished up
not.
here.
My sound isn't high
That
enough.
Trillers is going to give the signal. Sentinels decide to use it. That's the Cloud and the Snake Bite. Doesn't matter. The Tropez is bottom and Buzz just
Just a molly diff on that one. Just a little one tap.
Just a bit easier.
Pancom, what's up, dude?
Definitely not where we want to go. We have to rotate John
With the
QT,
8
trying
months,
to
thank
create
you so much for
another
the
angle
tier
here
1.
with that 1 rifle now left in the
15
hands of
seconds.
Sentinels.
Man, we're looking
All
like
other members
K-Corp out
on
here.
Heaven, and John QT opens things up. Stacks
Might be good, though.
cannot clear the entire force.
Maybe we're looking like
This should
Navi or
allow
something
the spikes
instead.
to be planted. But can they hold on to the post plant? Only 1 rifle.
No way they
but
win
it's doing
this.
so much damage. The hero vandal from John QT. No, it cannot finish off the round just yet. A 2v1 for Sentinels.
Bro, what is
and
it with
that's
this
going to
team
be the
and
share
low
shot from
buys?
Tens
They're so
as
much.
they get
They're so
to
much better
match
in the
point.
50s.
What a
2
pivot
hero
from the
guns. Yeah, this was
Sentinels.
nice.
Great
15
play
seconds. They're
call
just making their
here
way over
from
towards
John
A main.
QT, even better
This was the
shooting.
first time that DRX actually
Absolutely
let them
beautiful.
have
Reading
middle
that
control,
trap
though.
so
So maybe they're going to fight
nicely.
heavier middle on this one.
That is just stellar stuff, man. They finally some of this mid pressure and clearance. that
The
they're
call to
starting
cancel
find
over towards B
is
here
good.
was really
and
bold.
That shot and that positioning from where Buzz
I mean,
is
John
puts the
owned it.
alarm bells
Maybe RB
into
played a
the
bit too
heads of the
aggro.
Sentinels, and they're like, oh no, this B stuff ain't gonna happen with that. Let's get out of here.
Especially
Let's
on the
try the
Cypher.
other side. We've cleared enough of mid that ropes is probably open enough that we can make a go of it. And they get in there quite nicely. So yeah, last time out potentially of this match. DRX gonna be using their last one of the map.
Oh boy.
Sammy wants to win. Yeah, he's
We
doing
talked about
timeouts.
these
He did another
teams. They
timeout
have
like
some
this
of
on
the
Bind as well.
most and longest overtimes
He
in
has
the
been,
history
I tell you
of
what, off-season
VCT,
events, he has
both
been
in their
calling the
respective divisions
timeouts.
and across international
That
tournaments.
meme's kind of,
At DRX,
the
they're
meme
trying
of
to
him
put
never calling
just one
timeouts
more
is
on
kind
the
of,
board as they are behind 11
he's addressing it.
to
Let's say that
12.
much.
Oh yes.
And trying to take us to that overtime. They had a brilliant one on Split earlier in the year during VCT Pacific against Global Esports, of course, where Magnet made an explosive performance happen
Oh god.
with the at the time record, land kills. But
Yep.
what can they do here? We'll have to see. I mean, this time kind of leaving that mid open, as you mentioned, Paper
Jolly,
Thin.
that is awful.
It actually kind of
Stick-
fires back.
stick to this
The
flaming.
A side was just a bit too
What
weak.
is
They
that?
didn't have all of the prep to account for that rush coming in, and John QT, of course. I mean, it helps that he's hitting shots. But
That's Jolly trying to
the
go
operator now
outside
back
his
in
box
play.
of
They found some
comfort.
success with it.
Is that the kind of stuff you're
Middle
typing
of
in
this
Sean's
app.
chat? Honestly,
like
stick to
the
normal you,
IQing
man.
from John QT in
I think I
moments like
prefer,
that.
if that's what
Smells
you're
the
typing in
trap
Sean's chat, honestly,
and
I'd rather you
immediately
be
reacts
unhinged
to
in
it.
here.
Calls for a different play. This is problematic though.
Oh no, the swing out, but Tens just a bit further than he
You're
would've wanted.
branching out,
Was
okay,
holding
respect.
a bit of a more inward angle there, finds the shoulder of Tens.
I mean, that's,
That
dude, it's
not only
another
shuts
round
down
where Tens goes down
more
to
flexible
smoke.
smokes here for Sentinels, but also
We had that
can't
other
go
one
for
over
those
towards
mind game
middle.
plays anymore with the shadow step.
With this kill,
Success
they
once
do
again
give up middle
calls in.
again
It's enough
at a
pressure
similar
here
time
on
to they
mid
did
at
on
the
the
1 minute
eco.
mark. We're going to bring the operator back anyway. That's our coverage there. And second, thinks it's just the Viper, but the operator is always on the move, and Buzz doing his best to
Yeah,
bring
and they
things
just
to
took
an
a...
overtime.
Dude, this one
Baco
crumbled
shuts it
so
down as well,
hard
watches
as
the
soon
Nine follows
as
with that paranoia.
as
The Snake
Tens
Bite
went
Poison
down.
Cloud still alive
As soon as
well
they
up
lose a
here at
smoker
B
here,
heaven.
everyone's
And
just like,
now
well,
DRX, they
we
know
got to
what
try
happened
and
last time. The
we need to
trap
make a
wires are
hero
set
play.
up to to make sure Heaven is not given up for free. RB on site. Stacks looking to hold on to screens and a potential rotate.
Bit of timeout magic though.
That's the guy
I'll say that.
the
The
traps,
op
and
over
now
towards B. First time they brought that one out.
up in heaven.
Not the op, but
RB's
over
just gonna
towards
wait
B.
for a
I'm pretty
timing
sure.
here. Stacks looking for the audio cues. Trying to break up the angles here, and oh, they have no idea. RB, nice timing there to swing back
Imagine
around.
Sassy gets that kill.
Just trying to play some mind
Oh, why?
games. The
Okay,
spray comes
fair play.
through,
Respect.
and we are on board for
Okay,
yet another
overtime in this one,
between
chat.
Sentinels
Whoever
and
wins the
DRX.
defense round.
and
No,
It's a good
flip that.
timeout
Whoever
again
wins
from
the
Germany.
attack
He's
round
been really good with them
is the
today.
one.
Gets DRX right
That's
in
the big one we're
positions they
looking
need
for
to
at the
be.
moment.
Sends Buzz out early into B
Double
main,
8-4
takes control of
halves.
that. And this time around, it's Zast doing the same thing with his Poison Cloud. but
You've
instead of him
also
just playing for
got
bait,
to
it's
say that
just,
we
oh, it
favored
is a bait.
DRX
It's
in
a
this
different
one
kind of bait.
because
It's
they
Buzz
didn't win a
there with the
pistol
op.
and they got it to
That's
overtime.
basically round in.
So if you're a Sentinels fan, they're gonna have to pull out something a bit crazy. Good news is the coaches get a timeout. So coaches can call a timeout now if they want to. They both get one timeout refreshed.
Who the heck knows, dude? It feels like it's whoever wins that attacker side first, maybe.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the one that comes through.
We have to remember, Sentinels on their attacking side, they even got the pistol yet again, right? So they really only got 2 rounds afterwards after the pistol and the anti-eco. Whereas DRX, I mean, they kind of chose the harder way by losing all the pistols. And they,
Do you reckon
they got
Sen should
4
go fast on
rounds
attack?
eventually.
Yeah, it feels like it needs to be a
Very first
little
half,
bit
but now DRX
faster,
back
either
onto
A
the
heaven
attacking
or
side.
middle.
You know, one of the things we noted
I would be,
with
if
that
I'm
graphic
Sentinels in
early on
in
the
their
show,
timeout
both
here,
of them
I'm
having so
doing
much
whatever
experience. Of
like
course with different roster
aggro heaven
combinations,
takers.
but so much experience through these overtimes.
Like
We
our
have to
deep
assume
heaven
that they
take.
will be in
That's
their
what I'm
best
doing
condition to
on
maintain
attack.
their focus, carry on all the information that you
Maybe
stashed
they're a
through
little
the
bit scared
first
of the
24
Cypher.
rounds.
Could be a
See who
reason
can
why
come
they're
out
not
on
doing
top.
as much.
Sentinels, if they win, they move on to the semifinals on Saturday here at the AVL. Meanwhile, DRX, they're trying to take us to a 3rd map, and that.
But I would just do the thing where you double satchel up with a
an
flash, then you get
adjustment for
sassy
today, right? 'Cause
close,
you've
then
got
you
the
dog
flowers
in,
on
I'm
second
you
there.
smoke the
I'm
back,
missing
the
something
dog can
here.
check over
I
towards
guess I gotta
hell.
go look at the Sentinels
All of
Twitter or
A
something
heaven,
and
you
figure
take
out
over
what the
towards
heck's
A
going on.
heaven.
Because that fan even knew, or at least saw it on their heads and drew it very quickly.
Yeah, we've got some very talented fans, of course.
True.
Or
Always
if you
able
look
to
at the
adjust
last
their
2
sides. I
rounds,
saw
maybe they
earlier
realized
we
that
saw
they
the
walked up
fans,
towards middle and they
in
just
the
kind
middle
of
of
wait
this
for a
crowd
default
cheering for
45
that
seconds or
DRX
so
duo.
until the
They've already adjusted
Viper
their side as well,
takes
cheering
the
for
smoke
2-1.
back and goes B
Made it
heaven,
a
then they can
0-2
take
to
middle.
0-1
Loads of
scoreboard on
options.
their
There you go.
side, so
Like either
I
of
mean,
them,
it's the
if
hands on
I
the
feel like
toes.
is a good call.
We got plenty of signs,
Okay,
so they can always redo
so
it
like we
if
said, we're looking for
necessary.
the
Well,
attack rounds.
overtime
DRX on
begins,
attack.
all things reset, 12-12. The first 1 to 2 rounds in a row will be taking map 2. And DRX potentially taking us to a 3rd map of Breeze. Sentinels, same idea as always, pressure here on mid with the Poison Cloud.
Yeah, they really wanted
The
to force through
adjustment is
middle.
that Sentinels,
Boombot
they like to just
and Dog
constantly
with
juggle
the smoke
those
here as
smokes
well, but
middle
the
all
molly
throughout the
comes
round.
down. Interesting that
I'm curious if there's gonna be
both
any
kind of
plays
teams
orbs
gave
here
it up.
from DRX, if
Even
they're
though we
gonna
saw
try
a
to
lot
put
of,
pressure
you tell both
onto
teams
those
gave it up. So
positions. I'm seeing
DRX do
Sentinels
create the
control
question marks, but they don't know that
RB
they've created the
don't
question
wanna
marks
give
over
him any
towards
space
male
to
and
go for lurks, to feel comfortable over there.
ropes.
So he is going to go back into mid. Now they've abandoned this mid space. Will there be any recognition of it by DRX? They're just going to go for the B hit.
Yeah, with the trap wires, one gets cleared, and Stacks
Wow.
is just gonna push through the site. Is well aware of the potential.
What a
sniper case
massive
right
kill
there.
from Tens to get
And
out there as
Equalizer
well.
Saints makes it
And they
3-3
know that
though.
the Cypher's still
Does give
alive, so
time for the
luck is
spike plan to
possible.
happen.
That's a
Now,
bold
the
plant for
pressure that
heaven.
RB puts on, we've seen some of his lurks do wonders
Smoke
here,
was
and you can tell
just
Tens already
there for the whole time.
prepared for it, but at some point Sentinels has to bite the bullet, and will they be prepared for the fact that RB this time just coming through a main to help his teammates?
Yeah, and the
have
good
to
thing
hide
about
inside
RB
that
is he
smoke.
hasn't shown yet, so Tens has to be so
Regardless,
worried
it's
about
being
this the whole
accounted
time.
for by Sentinels one way or another, so they're trying to cut off this site, give themselves the ability to.
The smoke
isolate a
actually
player.
allows them a bit of
Get
freedom.
the job done. Mako watching.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the guiding light's ready to go, though, and that's a good anti-flash coming out from Mako. At least one of them still keeping their eyes trained. And this time it's up to Zest.
No
He's able to swing
way,
back
though.
out. The ping
Mako
bomb from
is a
DRX puts them
god.
finally in the lead.
Mako is a
13-12.
god.
Oh, the timing there from
How's he-
Mako on
how's
that
he
TP is
alive?
just beautiful.
The instant reaction,
He
he's know he's
senses that
blind.
so well.
He knows
You're
he's
right,
blind,
he
and
reads
there's no
the
point in
flash
going
and
for the
immediately
spray.
is
He's not
like,
going to get anyone,
I'm
maybe
gonna
like
TP out
one
of
body
this.
shot.
I don't know what the heck got
So
this
he just
stack from that
decides
one.
to
That
do
was
some sick
absolutely
movement with the
filthy.
TP
The
to
fact
just
that he
make sure his
gets
team
two
can
there is
trade it, and he
bananas.
stays alive.
And that breaks things
That's
open
incredible.
enough for DRX to get the job done.
And
will
chat,
be
that
enough?
is the round that we were talking about in terms of the attack round.
Glass cannon from Buzz. I really did.
I mean, with the confidence we've seen from
The
him
reverse
this
Redgar. I still think my
absolutely
favorite
possible,
bit
but
of
they're gonna keep
casting
things
is
a little bit more stable.
the
Zest taking a different
sideshow,
position as
at least in
well,
Valorant. My
all
favorite bit of
things
casting
point
is
to DRX wanting to keep
wait,
the
what is it?
cloud
What in the
pressure up
Redgar
a
was
bit
that or
longer
something?
this
That was
time
so
on
funny,
this
bro.
defending round. Sentinels picking up
What
the
in the
tempo.
Redgar?
They're pushing through ramps a
They
bit
cracked
early.
me up
They
with the
even
TP
clear
in
out
heaven.
net, so
It
we
was
know
that's it. What in the
should've
Redgar am I
spotted Zest as
watching?
well.
Oh man, that's one of the best
Just to make
bits.
something happen
Okay,
in
they
seconds.
force
Gotta
over
get the
towards
swing around
heaven
on
as well.
Buzz
Oh my god, they're both gonna win
They
attack
surely knew
rounds.
about another member there in Vents as they're able to get that kill. The Paranoia not finding its target. But that's enough for Sentinels to say, okay, if there's even more on A, and we saw the trap wires as well, we are happy to go B. The Spike has a way to go, though. So Mako, can he stay alive? Mako against the world right now. His teammates finally here to create some trades, but Mako doesn't need it for the time being. Second jumps down, and Second swings around. And
What is that
ties things
movement?
back
That
up
was nice as well.
13-13.
Holy.
Another great call
I can't
here
believe they both won
from
attack
the
rounds. I
Sentinels.
hyped it up
QT
so much that the
remembering
attack round is the
again
one that matters.
how DRX was
It's
reacting
so funny.
to their pressure towards that A heaven side, and this time he calls for the crunch towards ropes, and it works a treat.
I mean, what a round
Really
from
get that
Zekken here.
space,
Just
and then
force
great
through the
movement here, by the way, by
smoke of
Zekken
middle as
to make
well.
sure Mako
Chat,
has
where
no
was the
hope of
where was the
going for one of
Viper
those
for the
classic
molly at middle
Mako
here? I kind of
clutches.
missed this.
He shuts that right down, and this is just such a great series.
I'm still gonna stick with it though.
Now we're
Like
right back, both
attack
sides
rounds in
winning their
Fury is
attacker
the most
side.
important one.
Who would have thought?
Well, that happens a lot in these overtimes, right? You have so much data that you stacked up during the 24 rounds.
Wait, that
Now
is
he's
a
having to
missed
adjust
smoke
on
of
the
middle,
fly,
right?
1-by-1. Early boom bot coming out in second. Just forces RB
Maybe hit a
to
weird
stay
bounce on
put.
the floor or something, but
Trailblazers are being heard in mid as
yeah,
well.
and with this bad
Sentinels,
smoke there,
they should be
DRX
aware that there's
instantly
some
take
pressure
over
being
towards
put on.
Mayo.
It's very interesting. Sentinels using so much utility just to pressure things out on A main.
But I think that's fine with Sentinels. I think this whole game plan from Sentinels is kind of fine because the cage over towards heaven just means that you don't create too much pressure. Like once that cage is gone, you can kind of just hold A a little bit with just one person at heaven.
They're purposely baiting out some shots to see what utility comes. They're trying to identify which
Did
players
DRX do
are
a different
where for
wall
the
that maybe
Sentinels.
means
So
you could
this is
lurk
Stacks
into
leading
A?
the way.
I actually think DRX. I think I like this from DRX in terms of how they're doing this, but I think maybe you could do a better
They're
wall.
already here. Elbow already filled up as well.
Actually, the
Screen taken
angle.
over by Tens. The smoke
Nah,
is
that's a
there,
lie.
but it's really up to Buzz. Can he open things up? He's been spotted, but a nice trade back
Man,
and forth. But Sentinels once
Tens has
again,
been pretty
the
reliable
backup
in
has
this
already arrived.
map.
The shadow step draws him out, and Second even makes his escape as well. Spike stranded. You know that Sentinels, they have time to play with right now. Oh, Buzz gets the double. Zekken a little late on that trade.
Wait,
And Zest
if he
just
gets
keeping them tied
he
up.
gets ult with the plant.
Buzz against two.
They
but
might want to
solo,
insta
31
rush him.
HP. They know he has to stick the plan. No, the showstopper! and
Oh
no,
my
it
god,
cannot
okay,
get
it
both
turned out to be pretty
kills.
good. 39 HP, but my
Zelsus
goodness, that
with
was
the
close.
fadeaway jump barely escaped
Yeah, that
Zed.
was really,
And
really
reclaims the
close.
lead here
I
in
think the
overtime.
comms came in that he was going to get
it
his
was
ult if he planted,
almost
and they just decided to go for him.
1 million IQ play from Buzz.
Yeah, heroic.
He knew they were coming. He knew he'd have the showstopper.
Did
And if he
Zelsus take
could
a
get
step
both
back
of
here
them
when
to
he
fight on it,
realized, or
maybe
did he
catch
just
them,
was he absolutely
not
sending it?
being aware that he was going to get that ult online. Brilliant shooting as well. Look how he waits. He waits for it. because he knows if he can
111.
get the second,
Oh
they
no,
know
he didn't
too.
realize.
They're like,
Okay.
"Oops,
Yeah,
we
I'm
almost
looking
fell
at
for
his
that."
reaction there. He didn't realize
Oh,
111 with the
so
ult.
Good. Oh.
I mean, props to Buzz, but it just was not enough. And DRX, they have to take us to yet another overtime if they want any hope of going home tonight and resting up for the weekend.
He jumped back when he ulted. Oh,
has to wait
okay,
for match 3
okay.
today, the decider match of Group A.
Then yeah, so
Now
it was more
DRX,
reactionary.
Once again, a heavier setup on B here with the Cypher. But not too much backup just yet. Only Mako with that paranoia. And Tens, he's already gone through. Looking to maybe go even deeper. The Cyber Cage not coming back up yet. He hasn't made noise. They're not quite aware that he's entirely in, and the paranoia catches RB off guard. Mako just trying to hide away, but can't find the second. Thankfully, his teammates are there from heaven and mid, clearing up the remaining forces. Still 2 members, Tens toying with the space that he has.
Oh.
He hears that, but just can't find.
I
the
thought he might
shots
get
right
the spray
there.
through
Gives time
smoke
for
there.
Zelsus to enter, but
In
Buzz
theory, Buzz has owned
has been
this.
quick. And this timing,
Especially if
over on
these
B
guys
Ground, hard to
make
read. Zest a
sounds.
little bit ahead of his teammates, though. This is all set up for Buzz. He's able to catch one kill. And
Oh,
he can't find
tens.
it onto tens.
Oh,
1v1. Near health for tens as well. Oh, the from the shadows for the mind games. He goes a little bit far, but Stax, he has no idea.
Stax did good to insta-touch
He has
this.
to wait for the peek out. And now he knows.
Damn,
and no, it's going to
tens
be
though.
Tens
Chat won a
rising
map from
ahead.
tens, really. Like,
Ladies
nice way
and
to close this one out.
counters
Did
be
he end on like
gone.
31 kills or
Sentinels will be
something?
the
Something around
first
there.
team to
It's a
secure
really
their
good
spot
clutch from
in
him
the
at the end.
semifinals
He was,
of
again, he
the
was very
ABL.
reliable on
And
this.
what a tremendous
It was a solo play. Was
performance
this like a
from Tens
2v4
on
on
the
site or
Omen.
something? 2v3?
32 kills.